Hello everyone and welcome back into our result video. So in the previous, not the previous video, the video before it, I released the rules video for the 2020 drag racing car challenge on automation game on my channel. So I've said the rules, and a lot of cool guys did those cars, and unfortunately some of them got disqualified. I'm not gonna go over the details, but I'm gonna write everything in the comment section below and why those cars got disqualified. So in this video right now we have 14, maybe 15 cars, who knows, because there is a single car that I want to try that was very weird in automation game, but I'm gonna see what's what. So enjoy the video, that's my #1 priority, and of course hit that like button, get subscribed, and share the video if you want to share it. And let's start with the first car. So the first car called the Bative or Bative, whatever. Okay, so this red sport car has a 5.4 liter V6 turbo, 1078 horsepower, nicely tuned. Unfortunately, got 201 points on the market, so not the market, the production units on the car. So what I did is I decreased the brake quality a little bit so I can make it 200. Yeah, so it will shave some points at the end, but let's see how this car will perform. So I'm gonna try and do a lot of runs and include the best one in the video. So let's see what's what. Okay, I'm gonna count that the quickest time here. So 8.7 for the first car. Unfortunately, it was pretty much undrivable, but we managed to do a run. Alright, let's select the next car. Alright, so we have the second car called the Brummy Fastback. So this beast here has a 8.7 liter V10 engine. Let's see, the engine is running actually 10% stress on it, so unfortunately that will be minus 100 points. Yes, 10 points for each 1%. The engine is making 1115 horsepower. Yes, it's turbocharged, but the size is 8.7 liters, so he could have actually made the same power naturally aspirated, but he used a turbo. It's very cheap actually, $35,000. That's very cheap, and this car has so much room to be improved because the production units and the engineering time on the car is, well, a little too low. So let's see how it will perform. So the Brummy Fastback did a 10 point, I'm gonna call 10.5. Okay, 10.5. Not bad, but not fast as well for a 1000 horsepower beast, right? Alright, so the third car that we have tonight is called the Chemelle. Well, I think the original name came from the Chevelle, the Chevrolet Chevelle SS, and he called it the Chemelle, a weird name. Alright, so this vehicle has a 10.1 liter V8 engine, overhead valve, twin turbocharged, 1890 horsepower. It's very thirsty, 3.4 miles per gallon, but it has the cool classic look. But I have a little point to to say. Yes, it looks very cool, but it's rear engined, right? And the exhausts are on the front side fenders, not the rear fenders, which is weird. How can we move the exhaust from here to the front? All this piping, well, it should have been easy, just dump the exhaust down there and job done, right? Alright, so let's see how this vehicle will perform. 8 seconds. Okay. So the Chemelle, that's the name of it, not my choice. Did 8 seconds. 8 oh, that's good. 8 seconds exactly. 8.0. Alright, that's very quick so far, the quickest one so far. So let's choose the next car. Alright, so the fourth car, yes, the fourth car tonight, it's called the C, oh, not a car, a vehicle. So our fourth vehicle called the C Team. The C Team has an 8.1 liter V8 twin turbo, 1762 horsepower, crazy looking, like it's a van. Well, it's a people mover, and of course it looks very crazy and very nice. And all of these specs and the production units, the engineering time and everything, even the market, this car has, or this vehicle scored 98 on the market points. That is really awesome. Yes, it's a little bit expensive, but still within spec. Didn't break any rules. It cost $284,000, but it's really good in automation game. But now we will see how good it is on the drag strip, really how to perform. So let's see what's what. Unfortunately, I really liked it in automation game, but unfortunately in BeamNG.Drive on the drivability test, no, that's not really good. It's really undrivable. It goes really like when on the simplest and the smoothest touch on the throttle, it will just jump up and it will crash immediately. It wants to spin out and crash. So this is the quickest time that I got with the C Team, 11.36. I'm gonna write it down. Unfortunately, it's really great in automation game, but in BeamNG.Drive it's a really disappointing. Alright, so our fifth car for tonight, it's called the Dodge Lucifer. I don't know why he chose the name Dodge, but that's what he called it, Dodge Lucifer. It has a 6.5 liter V8 twin turbo, 5% stress on the internals, which result in minus 50 points on the final result, as we will see at the end of the video. So this engine is producing 1478 horsepower, and yes, it's very well weird to look at, but let's see how to perform. Alright, so this Dodge Lucifer scored 8.75 seconds. Not really quick, but it's not bad. But it's really weird because the wheels are spinning and the gears are really short. You have to keep shifting up, and well, it's not really good to drive, unfortunately. So yeah, it's not really quick, but well, it's not bad. Still not bad. Alright, moving on to page 2 now. Let's select the next car. Alright, so what we have here is called the Funny Car Death Hack PIII or Triple L. But what we have here is a 9.5 liter twin turbo V8 engine, extremely laggy, making 1813 horsepower only. So this engine can make much more, but he only gave it 1813. Unfortunately, that's the quickest time that I achieved with this beast. Yes, it's a wheelie machine, but it's not really a great drag racing car, because each time you step on the throttle, it will just lift off, as you'll see right now. Here's a second try. 9.8. That's the quickest time that I achieved with this car, unfortunately. So it's not really the quickest one, but 9.8 is the quickest time that I could have made, because this thing is just not stable at all, as you can see. Alright, so this is the GEM Drag Race. That's the name of the car. It has a 7.8 liter V8 twin turbo, 1678 horsepower. Looks very classic, some nice classic details. I don't really like the headlights, these are looking hideous. The front grille is really hideous, but everything else is good. So it's a rear mounted engine, as you saw, 7.8 liters. So let's see what's what. Alright, so that's the quickest time that I could have achieved with the GM drag race machine. This is also very unstable, very bad to drive on drag strip. I mean, any gentle touch of the throttle, it will just lift off and do a wheelie, and that is not good indeed. On some of my attempts to drive this thing, because this is my, I don't know, maybe my 16th attempt, yeah, it did flip twice with me. That's not really good. I mean, you really can't push the throttle 100%, unfortunately. So 9.11, I'm gonna call it. Alright, not bad. I've seen some quicker cars, but yeah, that's not really quick. Alright, so the next car that we have here called the Grandpa Wagon. A funny name, because it truly looks like a grandpa wagon indeed. It looks very cool, and it's not really bad, really not bad. It's, as you can see, tilted to the front more than the rear, which is really cool. Really nice attention to details. We have a front mounted engine. It's a wheelie machine. I think this is a wheelie machine, not a drag racing machine, as you will see right now. So this thing has a 1684 horsepower, 9.6 liter V8 turbo. No market points, unfortunately, but let's see how it will perform. Alright, so that's my quickest time for the Grandpa Wagon, 8.518 seconds. I couldn't go any faster than this. It's also not really stable, really unstable. No, it cannot do wheelies, unfortunately. I thought it will be a wheelie machine, but yes, it turned out it can hook, but not really well, because the engine keeps spinning the wheels. There is not much grip, and the gearbox ratios are not really perfect. You have to shift just to make the tires to grip, which is not really pleasant at all. I mean, I thought I'm gonna see better cars than these. Yes, they are really cool, but not really perfect drag race machines. So 8.5 seconds, because these cars, yes, they are too much powerful, but this power is just useless because not much grip is going on. So let's select the next car. Alright, so the next car that we have here called the GT33 drag car. It has a 3.3 liter, yes, a 3.3 liter Boxer 6 engine, naturally aspirated, making 447 horsepower, rear-wheel drive. Well, it looks like a Porsche. Yes, looks like a Porsche actually. Alright, so let's see how it will perform. 9.3, the quickest one so far. That's very awesome. Alright, that's the quickest time that I achieved with the GT33 drag racer or drag car. Unfortunately, this thing is not really stable at all. It will hook really hard, and it will wheelie. Yes, 447 horsepower, and it will wheelie really hard. So it's not really perfect, but that's the quickest time that I achieved. 9.1 everyone for the GT33 drag car. Okay, so our next car called the Elhang Alpine. So this four-door wagon has a, let's see, what is it? Has a 993.7 horsepower, 3.5 liter inline six turbo, of course. It's rear-wheel drive and the engine is mounted on the front. We have space frame chassis. Not bad really. So let's see how it will perform. 9.1. That's really awesome. I like this car because it hooks really hard. Although it's a front-wheel drive, it's a front-mounted engine, rear-wheel drive, but it hooks really nicely, and the gear ratios are very good. Although the engine is very laggy, but when the turbo kicks in, because you have to keep the shifts up the range on exactly the turbo, the turbo range, which makes everything very amazing to drive. It's very stable along the drag strip, no hesitations. The car doesn't want to oversteer or to spin out and crash. No, it's really stable. I like it. So far, it's the best drag race machine here. Not the quickest, but the best one, the most stable one, the most easy to drive, and the one that you can feel that the power is 100%, perfect for the application. We are not using too much horsepower, we are not losing too little horsepower. It's really perfect. So the Elhang Alpine got 9.11 seconds. That is really good. Alright, so our next machine here, our next drag race machine, it's called the MarliynWorks. This beast has a 1719 horsepower, 7.8 liter twin turbo V8 engine. It's rear mounted, rear wheel drive, so you could expect some wheelies, maybe not, I don't know, because I haven't driven it yet. So let's see what's what. Alright, the quickest time that I got the MarliynWorks beast here, drag racing beast, to work, which is 7.85. That's really cool. Alright, so 7.85. So far, our quickest time for most of the vehicles. Alright, so let's select our next machine here. Alright, so our next weird car here called the Pink Mama. The Pink Mama, yes, I'm not kidding. That's the name of it. It has a 1222 horsepower, 5.4 liter V8 turbo. Yes, but everything is looking very cool actually. The car is looking very nicely, nice hood exhausts. Everything is looking very nice. But a little tiny problem. In automation game, there is a big red warning light. It says the tires has blown out, because check out how the tires are really thin. There is not much rubber on the rim itself. They are very skinny, very thin at the front, and very wide, and also very thin on the rear. So I don't know if it will actually work or not. If it's gonna work, I really like to get this car, but with proper wheels, not these ones, because the body is looking very nice. I like the front end, and the rear end is looking very classic and very beautiful. I really like it. Alright, so the Pink Mama actually performed very not bad actually, 8.9 seconds. That is really cool actually. So it's not out of the video, because I thought, because the automation game says the tires are actually blown out, I thought this thing will never ever work, but it worked actually, and it's not bad. 8.9 seconds, 8.9, not bad indeed for the Pink Mama. Alright, so let's see, let's try another creation. Alright, so what we have here is called the Pugehenis Wombat. It's well, it looks like a Koenigsegg mixed up with a Miata. but let's see, under the hood or under the bonnet we have a Bshar 6 twin turbo engine making 1889 horsepower. It's a 6.6 liter Bshar 6 turbo. Extremely laggy, but I'm gonna see what's what. Alright, so the Pugehenis Wombat, this thing is very quick, 7.4 seconds. That is really quick. I mean, look at it, it's in the top 10s of my own cars. That is really awesome. It's in the top 10s of my cars. So the number 9 is the Muscle King. It's still the Muscle King. Yes, it's still the Muscle King. All the way to number 1. It's in my top 10 cars. That is really good. So far the quickest one here. That is really good, and the reason why this thing is hooking really hard, and the Bshar 6 is actually a very nice engine to choose. Gives the car lower center of gravity, and it's really powerful, 1800 horsepower. So this thing is an absolute beast, and it hooks really hard. The wheel spin ratio and tires, everything, the gearbox, everything is perfect on this beast here. So I think by far this is the quickest car so far here. No one I think will beat that. So 7.417. It's really quick, and it's within specs. He didn't actually break any rules, nothing. It's working very perfectly. So let's test our last two vehicles here. Alright, so what we have here is the Weenie Automobili, a crazy creation that we have seen in the past, like on rallies and everything. The same crazy yellow color, the same crazy scheme, big rims, huge spoilers. Yep, we have seen this before, the Weenie Automobili. So this beast here has a 12.3 liter V10 twin turbo, making 2595 horsepower. So the power is here, so much horsepower, but can we actually put it to the ground? That's what I'm worried about. So let's see what's what. Alright, so this is actually the quickest time that I got the Weenie Automobili to do. Yes, we have a lot of horsepower, but there is a lot of wheel spin. The car is not actually hooking to the ground at all. The gearbox ratios are, well, they are not really good. You have to shift to fourth to make it to hook to the ground, and that's the quickest time that I got, which is 8.55 seconds. I don't know if the creator of the Weenie Automobili, got it faster or not, but well, he did it, he created it, so I think maybe he got to know how to drive it. But that's the quickest the time that I got here, 8.55, as you can see. Alright, so let's select our last vehicle that has participated in this challenge tonight. Alright, so the last car that we have for this challenge, called the Sportsman Wagon 2. So this beast here of a classic wagon, but first of all, it looks like a drag racing wagon. As you can see, vents on the front, classic looking rims, very wide tires, looking very drag racingy. And let's see, we have a look at the rear door, or the rear tailgate, or the rear gate, whatever they call it, or the rear hatch. It looks very classic. Alright, so what we have here is a 1302 horsepower, 7.3 liter twin turbo V8 engine. Yes, but there is a little problem with this car. The top speed, it's not really high. I mean, I think we will hit the top speed very quickly if this thing can hook to the ground. So let's see what's what. Alright, so this thing, the Sportsman Wagon 2, scored 8.83 seconds. That is really quick. it's really fun also to drive. It hooks really hard, so you need to be a little bit lean on the RPM so you can launch it perfectly, because too much RPM it will hook really hard and it will really hard, and then you will have very hard time to control it. But when you wait to 3, 2, 1 and then you bump the RPM a little bit to, let's say, 1500 to 2000, you know, dump the clutch, or you know what I mean, shift it into first, and it will hook nicely and it will fly off to the 8.83 seconds mark. That is really good. Alright, so now we have tested all of the 15 cars, I think 15s, and now let's pick a winner of this challenge. Alright, so these are the winners of this challenge. Of course, in the first place, scoring 7.4 seconds on the quarter mile, the Pugehenis Wombat with 1889 horsepower. That is really awesome. It hooks really hard and the power is there and all of it. Thanks to this body, of course, because it hooks really hard and it, you know, doesn't allow the car to wheelie. And of course, the tires, the gearbox ratios, everything is perfect on this car. But the engine is a little bit laggy, but it's still very nice idea to put a Boxer 6 with a 1889 horsepower. So congratulations to the first place, and now let's select the second place. But before we select it, let's hear the noise of the engine. Alright, so in the second place, what we have here is a beast actually. So what we have here is the MarliynWorks with 1719 horsepower, 7.8 liter twin turbo V8 engine, making the quarter mile, going over the quarter mile in 7.85 seconds. The second place, so congratulations to the MarliynWorks. Let's give it a thumbs up, and of course let's hear the noise that is making from this beast. Alright, in the third place, scoring only 8 seconds on the quarter mile. Let me search it. Alright, where is it? Scoring 8 seconds on the quarter mile. It's called the Chemelle. You know, it used to be a Chevelle, but yes, the Chemelle. 10.1 liter V8 engine, overhead valve, twin turbo, 1890 horsepower. Very thirsty, but it looks very classic and very beautiful. As I said, is scoring 8.0 on the quarter mile, all the way down with 8 seconds only. That is really good. So this is the third place, so congratulations to both 3 cars scoring first, second and third. And let's hear the third place engine noise. Doesn't want to spin actually. Alright, really good. Let's try the first place. Oops, my mistake. Let's try the second place. close. Alright, so we have selected our 3 winners. I hope that you enjoyed the video, guys. I'm sorry about hitting the Chemelle. Oh, sorry about hitting it, but it's really cool. I like these 3 cars. There are some other cars that I really like to drive, but I'm gonna leave those for later videos. Yes, these cars are very perfect, but they are not really stable. Yes, the winner of this challenge, this one, the red car, is very stable, not bad at all. But both of these things, both of those cars, the MarliynWorks and the Chemelle, both of them are not really stable, and you have to keep steering them. They will keep dancing. So yeah, they are not really stable, but they are the quickest so far. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the video. So don't forget to hit that like button, get subscribed, and share the video. And of course, thanks, a big thankful to everyone that has participated in this challenge, making those beasts here. And my deepest apologies and the best of luck on the next time for all the other cars that got disqualified. That got disqualified because they have broken some of the rules. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'm gonna see you with future challenges very soon, so stay tuned. And I'm really thankful for everyone that is supporting the channel. So please, if you want to support the channel, go to my Patreon page or sign up in my Patreon page. The link in the description below, so you can get extra things, like behind the scenes, or extra contents, special contents like 4K wallpapers and special cars that you can't see anywhere else. So thank you so much for watching, and have an amazing weekend, and goodbye for now, my friends.